안녕하세요.
I'm Demarchlier.
I'm Arielle.
And we're
Soju for Two.
Okay, so the next we're going to be doing a review of Scent of a Woman, and this just came out in 2011.
Okay, so the main characters. So we have Kim Sun-ah plays Lee Yeon-jae, Lee Dong-wook plays Kang Ji-hyuk, Ki-jun plays Chae Eun-suk, So Hyo-rim plays Im Si-kyung.
Okay, so we really came to this drama right away with the characters because we've seen them in other things and we really love them, the two mains.
So Kim Sun-ah was also in My Lovely Samsoon, City Hall, and then Lee Dong-wook was, right now he's in Wild Romance, which we really are enjoying, and he was also in My Girl, which
is
we love. And we haven't reviewed yet, we should review that one soon. And also So Hyo-rim was also in Sung Kwan Scandal, so we've seen her in a bunch of things too. So these are some really great actors. And so let's move on to chemistry. So I think there's so much about this chemistry, it can all be like boiled down to the tango scenes.
Yeah.
So you need to watch this one because it's definitely a more adult show.
Yeah, I think that like we're talking about, we're watching like Dream High right now, Dream High 2 and stuff like that. It's
totally
not
different.
like that. I mean, that's younger and it feels younger and they're in high school, and you know, this is like definitely an adult type of drama. I mean, they're in their 30s and you know, there's a lot of stuff going on here that isn't like right away, you know, kid level.
Sure.
You know, there's a lot of sad things happening.
Yeah, it's at a marriage time. There's sort of all this, like, there's a bed scene in this one, which is totally different than others. And we also have sort of the cancer issue, obviously, which is a huge part of this show. So it's something that's definitely not for... I don't think it's
darker.
Yeah, it's not for younger. It's not for kids. It's definitely more mature. So love triangles. So we have two love triangles going on in this one, which, of course, we always love that sort of drama. And the basically two parts of love triangle I love so much is the Chae Jung-suk character. So he plays sort of the doctor who tells her that she has cancer.
And she's known for a really long time.
She's known it forever. And, of course, he, like, sort of confesses that he's always had a crush on her at the Jun-soo fan meeting, which I love. We love JYJ, so I think it's adorable. And then also, the relationship, I think, between So Hyo-rim's character and Kim Sun-ah's is sort of amazing. The tension between those two women is great. And I think that has a lot to do with the development of this love triangle.
Yeah, I think you have a lot of veteran actors here who, like, really bring a lot of tension. And I mean, it feels like, you know, you're seeing... not like new romances, sometimes with a lot of these other side romances, not like they're just someone they just met. It's like, you know, they're deeply connected to each other, whether it's from time or from expectations from their family. Yeah, which makes it really interesting.
Yeah, the arranged marriage between the male lead and So Hyo-rim's character. So there's definitely a lot going on there, and it's very dramatic.
Yeah.
So mistaken identity, misunderstanding. Well, there's definitely a mistaken identity, like with sort of how Kim Sun-ah and Lee Dong-wook's characters sort of meet on the boat originally when she goes on her vacation. And that's definitely a huge part of this. And then there's the sort of misunderstanding with the ring. And there's misunderstanding with her having cancer. I mean, there's so much going on in this one. And a lot that unfolds.
Yeah, I mean, like, the cancer is something we find out really early on in this drama. And then it sort of takes a really long time to sort of develop into him finding out. And then, you know, finding out what happens to her. So I think that, you know, right when we were watching it, we were really worried about, like, what was going to happen.
I know, I was crying in, like, the first episode.
And I was really afraid of sort of what's it called? The one with the guy from My Princess.
Oh yes, Autumn in the Heart.
Autumn in my Heart. I was expecting an Autumn in My Heart ending, and I was just like, please don't let this happen to me again.
And this ends on a totally different note than Autumn in My Heart. It's a hopeful note, which is definitely something to be. It's a little more inspiring in the end, but definitely it's a tearjerker. In the beginning of the show, I was crying. I mean, I definitely felt for her. I think that's a lot to do with the fact that this is Kim Sun-ah, so of course I love her for My Lovely Samsoon, and I was just like, oh no.
I think she really wins you over when you watch her. She feels like every woman.
She's very relatable.
She's beautiful, and she's just very, I don't know, she's not cold, you know, she's really warm.
She's a great actress.
You just like her.
So bad guy. So clearly Lee Dong-wook is a total jerk in the beginning, and then he takes the full arc, which we love.
He's like exactly what you expect of the character of, like, the rich kid who, you know, has to man up, and
in the end he becomes this sort of great man,
good person.
Yeah, which we definitely enjoy. And I think
that's not a new idea.
Yeah, it's definitely not new for us, but something we really love. And I mean, this is a totally different role than Wild Romance, which we're also watching right now, and he's a totally different character.
Yeah,
so
I'm really happy he chooses roles that are sort of extremes, because then you get to really see him in different ways. I mean, it shows he's a good actor. He's not just keeps doing the same role over and over again.
Definitely. So piggyback ride. I don't remember a piggyback ride. I'm pretty sure there was one, but I can't tell you where it was. But there's definitely a lot of touching moments, and I mean, I'd say honestly, better than any piggyback ride was the tango scene. So I really enjoyed that. Kisses. So there's some great kisses. This made our best kisses part 2. So watch that video and it's in there. And there's a bed scene in this one. I mean, it's really emotional. It's very touching, and it's a really romantic drama. And I think that as opposed to a lot of the younger dramas that we also watch, this one is really adult and really beautiful.
Yeah.
So we really loved the
romance. It was done
romance.
well, I think.
It was really
wasn't like tacky or anything.
No, not at all. So fashion. So she has some really cute fashion in this one. And of course, like, once she makes her transformation from, you know, sort of being dowdy and letting people walk all over her, and then all of a sudden she's beautiful. And I think, too,
like, getting to dance is obviously going to make a great wardrobe right from the beginning, because, I mean, that's always going to add a lot of drama.
It sort of changes it, because you become more feminine when you're a dancer, and that sort of all changes. So I think that had a lot to do with how beautiful her wardrobe. When she sort of made the change in her life, it was really, the fashion was awesome. Yeah. Okay, so music, I don't really remember the music, but I think there's a lot more in this drama than just music. Yeah. So let's go our ratings for.
Okay, I think I rate this pretty high. I rate this 8.5 to 9. I mean, right there, it's right in between for me. You know, I think this drama finds a good medium between being depressing and hopeful.
Yeah.
And I think the acting's done really well. Just for me, like, this isn't my top, but I really like it. So I would watch it again, I definitely think. And I'd recommend anyone who likes sort of, you know, a little bit dramatic, and, I mean, a lot of dramatic, but, you know, not too sad. This is a good place to go.
And I'm going to give it a 9. You know, I think this one's really up there for me. I thought it was, the quality of acting was great. And I really love the story, and there's so much romance in this one. And it's not like your average mushy romance. It doesn't feel like a Walk to Remember or something like that. It feels a lot more mature than that show. And even though I love The Walk to Remember, it's definitely a lot more mature. I think the quality of acting was much better.
Yeah, I mean, just mention, like, Millionaire's First Love. It has a similar idea to that, except they're younger. And I think that this it's like what would happen if this happens to adults instead of, you know, younger children in that sort of situation.
And we definitely love Dong-wook.
Yeah,
so
he's
enjoyed this one.
Well, anything he's in, we're going to watch it.
Definitely.
He's so great.
So that's it for today, guys. Thank you.